Hi, I'm Elle Wood, and today I wanted to talk to you briefly about the subject of social media for business. As David Mintz said to me in my podcast interview with him a few weeks ago, we were one of the pioneers for social media for estate agents and letting agents, property investors, all that type of jazz, back in 2014. So I come at this from the eternal student mentality, which is I don't know everything. I'm still constantly learning about it, but I certainly have been involved with it for a really long time. One of the things that estate and letting agents often struggle with social media is they believe it's going to be the panacea. Being salespeople, once you've invested in something, you want to see returns immediately. I can totally understand that perspective. It's just not how it works. The same way that you might be leafleting, for example, back in the day when you did a lot of leafleting, would you expect every single leaflet to become a valuable lead? No, you were doing it on the off chance that you'd be sending your literature through somebody's door at the right time, be picked up by the right person, and then it would become a lead. Social media is not dissimilar. It's not the be-all and end-all. It's not going to immediately provide you with hundreds of great quality leads. Facebook advertising is one thing that can help with this when done correctly. It's not something that I am absolutely brilliant at. I'm good at it, but I would never say that I'm one of the experts. I was speaking to a guy, Pritesh, the other day, who's really got a handle on this. And there's a lovely whole system behind what he does as well. So if your Val tool, your free valuation tool, isn't bringing you in the leads that you were sold, expected, then don't hesitate to get in touch. I've got a script for that for one, but for two, it might be that actually there's a different way of attacking it. But social media management is the topic for today, not Facebook paid advertising. The reason that this is worthy of a video is, as I said, people expect it to be something that it can't possibly be. When you're creating content for your social media, you need to remember the key word, social. So often I look at other businesses, I do an audit for them, for example, and start helping them with their social media, and they've forgotten the social element of the social media. It's meant to be fun, it's meant to be engaging. Imagine, if you can, when you weren't an estate agent, or if you use social media yourself, what mood are you in when you're doing that? Now, social media has come on a lot since I started doing it back in 2014 for business with the estate agency, but you normally are going to use it when actually you're procrastinating from something, you're meant to be working, you're lazing around in the evening in front of the telly. Those are often the times that we find ourselves on social media, when we're looking for a distraction, when we're looking for entertainment. This is so crucial with your social media. It mustn't be forgotten, because otherwise, why are people going to stay on your page? In the very beginning of estate agent social media, many people were using it as a second property portal, third, fourth property portal, and just posting property after property after property. That's not interesting to your audience. What is interesting is building a community. Being in a digital space is no different in many ways than being in real life. Say, for example, you're a high street office. What do you do for lunch? What do you do for coffee? The chances are that you pop next door or over the road to visit your local coffee shop, your local sandwich shop, and you build a relationship. The purpose of social media management is to do that there as well. Become the social person within your digital space. And that way, Chris Watkins calls it being a digital mayor. That's why I stammered, because I was trying to remember that word. Being the digital mayor. So you become a real hub of community, because after all, that's where you are. You're part of a community. You're not just there to post property after property after property. Social media also isn't only about entertainment. It can also be about information gathering. The algorithm has changed in recent years, so Facebook, for example, no longer pushes out business pages in the way that it once did. But it's still very important that you have a business page because it becomes part of people's networking, people's research about you. It takes something like 6 touch points, 7 I think. I'm not very good with numbers. It takes quite a number of touch points for people to research you before they decide that actually you're worth investigating on a deeper level, perhaps by inviting you out on a valuation. The Facebook page allows you to post things that demonstrate you're a genuine, real business, that you're not scammy, and that you're genuine, real people as well. So that brings in a part of the entertainment thing. So if you do behind the scenes within your office, congratulations, key collections, all these sort of things that actually they become a bit banal to us as estate and letting agents because we see them happen so often. But they are social proof. They are your living testimony that you're doing other things, that you're not just throwing something on the internet and hoping for the best. You do have a functioning human team who all live and breathe this stuff. The other thing you can do on social media is put out things like blogs or, most importantly of all, live videos. Videos content as well, but lives are even better. So why would you do that? Because you are proving your authority on the topic. You've got, as estate and letting agents, one of the most talked about topics, property. Property programs are so key, and you've got the opportunity to present yourself like a property program. So you can do interesting befores and afters. You could do so many different things. If you're stuck for ideas, don't hesitate to get in touch. Blogs are long written pieces. They may be 250, 300 words. They could be 500 words. You might split a longer one up into several posts and make a series of it. Blogs are traditionally hosted on your websites. That's another reason that people research you using your website and your social media. It gives them another opportunity to believe in you, to believe that you have the authority, that you know what you're talking about, and that you've got the right networks. Maybe they've got a complicated property, thatched, for example, or a grade 2 listed, or a flying freehold, chancel repair liability, tin mining, all these sorts of things, radium and all of that. This is the opportunity in your blogs to demonstrate that you know about these slightly more complicated things and that you're not just a throw it on the internet and do nothing else service. I hope that helps somewhat clarify what you can do on social media. If you're stuck at all, please don't hesitate to get in touch. 30-minute free call. I'd love to just talk about it. My aim is to help raise industry standards. It's all about hardcore sales, not hardcore sales.